What's going on, guys? It's a Sneaky Cow, and this is some demolition on jungle, and I'm doing something completely different that I've never done before. I'm sniping. Now, I know, you guys are all going crazy, like, what the hell, you're a tryhard, you don't snipe. But, this game is from, like, 7 prestiges ago, and, I was goofing around with some friends, and I just went, I think this is the game after I went 75 and 5, so I was just like, well, screw it. We'll just have some fun using PSG1. And another way to tell this from a long time ago was I had no attachments on it because that was that patch thing that they fixed like 3 months ago or whatever. So, yeah, right here I go up on King of the Hill or Pride Rock or whatever you want to call it. And, basically this gameplay isn't for action. I'm not running around with a sniper. I'm more or less trying to show you guys how to snipe properly in Black Ops, like how efficiently. And there's my friend. He's sniping too. And basically, that's the whole point of this game. It is a bit of a long game. It's like 10 minutes. But I just want to show you guys how to snipe effectively and to make it work for you. So, I'm basically going to do this in a 3-step formula. And this is going to be part 1 of 3 for videos. Now, I am going to say that this is part 1. And I won't be able to do part 2 or 3 until I'm home, which is in 5 days. So you just have to wait until then, and, yeah. So let's jump right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the class. Now, not just with the class, but, like, your gun selection and stuff. Now, this is gameplay, and I am going to show you guys some other graphics and stuff when I get home, because I don't have any of this information here. But, basically picking your gun and stuff like that. Now, what I'm going to recommend for sniping is that you don't use a bolt action such as the L96. I just find that you don't get as good as a hit detection with it, and you also, I just like the PSG1 more. It is about personal preference, so, but I'm going to say this, try to stay away with the wall and the Dragunov. Since you unlock the L96 and the PSG1 at level 27, they are relatively easy to get. So, the second thing is attachments. Now, in this gameplay with the PSG1, I wasn't using any attachments, but that's just because back then, not using any attachments on the PSG1 meant that you had more damage, or vice versa, you had attachments, it took out damage, however you want to put it. Now, basically, now, it doesn't matter what you put on, as long as you realize that if you hit a guy in the stomach with a silencer, it's not going to kill him. So, basically, what I would recommend is either variable scope or ACOG. Now, the reason why I wouldn't recommend extended mags is because I don't really see the point in them with a sniper rifle. Unless you are Grizz and trying to run around in the spawn, then I just would not recommend it at all. I don't really see it effective at all. But it's kind of your choice. I would recommend the variable scope because I like using it. You can use it at close range, you can use it at long range. It doesn't really matter what you want to do. They have 3 different sections for a lot of stuff. So that's thank you, Patriot fan, for that easy TDM contract. So it's basically there's also an instance where this game is from a long time ago. I got a kill on the guy who was already in last stand. And that was for somebody's gunship who died right after this, and I feel bad. Oh, I just picked up my SU-71 there. So basically, with snipers, like it's all basically about personal preference. I'm going to let you guys know right there that was my last death of the game. But basically, with personal preference is for attachments and stuff. Like, when I use the PSG1 now, I use it with variable scope. Excuse me. ACOG scope can work really well as well. If you are not really running around, but you're playing a bit defensive. But basically, yeah, it's a lot of up to personal preference. So now that we've talked about the guns, let's get into the secondaries. Now, basically, for me in Black Ops, there's 2 secondaries. There is the pistols and the specials. I don't think the launchers would really help you at all when sniping. And I don't really think the crossbow would either. The ballistic knife is kind of a hit and miss. But the main secondaries, obviously, are the pistols. Because those are the ones that can get you some guaranteed kills. Now, my 3 favorite pistols to use, and some of these are the same pistols, just with different attachments, are the CZ-75, the classified pistol with extended mags. I think that that's a very effective pistol to use when you're sniping because you get 18 rounds. And it's a really good choice if you plan on trying to kill multiple enemies with your pistol. Now, the second option, which is the pistol I was using in this game, which was the Python with speed reloader. Now, the Python has the highest damage, and as Unknown Mustang says, it is the best gun in the game, and it's his favorite gun in the game. It's a really good pistol if you're just trying to take out one enemy, but at the beginning of this video, if you didn't see, I totally got destroyed when I was trying to pistol whip a guy. So that you might want to stay away from, but it's kind of your choice as to which of those two pistols you want to use. Basically, the CZ75 is for killing multiple enemies, and it does have a bit of a more effective range, but it also takes 3 hits to kill compared to the Python, which only takes 2 hits to kill. Now, the third and final pistol I would recommend is the Akimbo I think they're the M1919s or M1911s. It's the M1911. Now, I really like those with Akimbo because it seems that their hip fire is a little less, like it's more condensed, so you can pick off guys at long range. And I should make an honorable mention, the ASPs Akimbo are really, really good as well, and you get them right away, so there's another recommendation. Alright, now that we've talked about the guns all together, let's talk about equipment and perks. So, really quickly with equipment, I think either claymores or motion sensors would fit you best if you're playing the traditional sniper role, which I am in this game. See, I did get a couple kills with my claymore, it did protect my back. A motion sensor would have done the same job as long as they didn't have Hacker Pro. But then again, a claymore would have just, like, if they had Hacker Pro, the claymore probably would have got them too. Like, they would have seen both of them. So, that's kind of a risk you want to take. I don't really see the point in using not motion sensors, sorry, tactical insertions and all that stuff. A jammer maybe, but I think a jammer kind of lets you know. If I see there's a jammer up in a building, then I'm like, oh, there's a guy there, alright, let's go get him. So that's why I wouldn't recommend that. Alright, so moving on to the perks. The first perk is honestly your choice. The traditional sniper, I would recommend Ghost, and I should have used Ghost this game, but I really wasn't. The other two options, I guess you really have, are Flak Jacket if you're playing a bit more of offensive role, or you are afraid you're gonna get naded while you're camping or whatever. Not really camping, you're strategically setting up shop with a sniper rifle. Hardline Pro, which is what I was using this game, can also really benefit you because you get your kill streaks one faster, but it kind of depends really what kill streaks you're using. If you're using the high kill streaks, I would recommend Hardline or Ghost, and if you're using the low kill streaks, it's all three of them work really well. The other ones, of course, are Lightweight and Scavenger. Scavenger, just throw it out the window, and Lightweight, maybe if you're playing really offensively, but other than that, I would not recommend it. The second perk section for me is basically down to 3. So you got Sleight of Hand, well, mainly Sleight of Hand Pro, but that doesn't affect snipers. I still like the quick reloads. You got Scout and Scout Pro, which really benefit snipers a lot because of the extra hold down breath longer and the quick pistol switch and all that stuff. And then you have Hardened, and Hardened, like FMJ, that was a very effective perk, or an attachment in Modern Warfare 2 and a perk in COD 4 and COD 5. So that's another option. And then if you are going to play a bit more offensive, you might also want to think about steady aim. But I just don't really find steady aim effective. There's only 2 guns I really like steady aim with. And that is the AK-74U if I'm using extended mags, and Scavenger. And that is if you're running around knifing with steady aim pro, because you can recover faster. So the third perks is honestly up to you. It does not matter which third perk you use when sniping. It kind of depends for me which perks I have pro and at which time. Now, in this game, I'm pretty sure I was using Ninja Pro. And, but, like, if I right now, because I'm 14th Prestige, I have Tac Mask Pro. So I probably would use that. I'm strange. See, I like using pro perks that I already have. So that's just kind of me. So that's the end of the game, guys. My final score was 32-2 with 0 plants and 0 defense, but I was playing this traditional sniper role. And there's one other thing I really quickly want to mention. You could also run your lethal grenades. I would actually really recommend tomahawks. They do come in use a lot. I wasn't using them this game, but I do use tomahawks all the time when I snipe. So this has been the Sneaky Cow. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Just remember to rate, comment, subscribe.